Technologist here. I haven't done a tech video in a while, so today we're going to talk about what's on my iPhone, and later we're going to talk about what's on my iPad in another video. But today we're just going to talk about my iPhone. My iPad is where I have the most storage, and it's where I keep all my videos, my music, and all that good stuff. My iPhone is pretty much for me when I'm outside of the home, social media, web pages, telephone calls, text, and all that. So I don't have a whole lot going on my iPhone, but I do have some things going on my iPhone, and we're going to get into that on the other side. So I'll see y'all soon. Hey, what up? Here we go. So here is my iPhone, and I have the space gray model. I dropped it maybe 5 or 6 times, but it's all good. I don't drop my phone that frequently. I do a lot of work from home, and when I'm out, I'm normally DJing, so I don't take my phone out of my pocket for much of anything other than if I want to take a photo or whatever. But anyway, let's get into this. So on my dock, I have my phone, messages, settings, because I change my settings for specific things and things I need to see all the time. Mail, I'm in my mail all the time, except for during this video, but I get tons of email and I need to access that frequently. So I have the calendar, and if you have any suggestions for another calendar app, please put that below, because I definitely need a new calendar app. Videography. First we have videos. I don't ever access the videos through there. I access my videos through the Photos app. iMovie. I really love iMovie, especially considering that you get the iMovie free now when you buy the iPhone 6 or 6 Plus or a couple other products. But I really enjoy it a lot, and I plan on using it more. I might even use it to edit this video. Video crop, if your video is too large, or a portion of it isn't showing up for something that you want to present, you can use video crop for that. Adobe Clip, I believe you can edit videos with Adobe Clip too, but no, I think that's like their own Instagram thingy. I don't know. Maybe you guys can tell me below. I launched the app maybe once or twice and I forgot what it does. Square Ready V, again, you can, well, let me not say you can crop a video, but what you can do is you can make a video fit into a square, no matter what the size is. Next, notes. I have notes here because I am frequently in and out of my notes, and I have a ton of notes, as you can see. iOS apps. These are stock apps that come with the phone. Probably 80% of the stock apps that come with the phone are here, like iTunes is in there. I have Maps in there, Passbook. I don't frequently use those apps, so I have them all here, but on the front screen in case I need to find them, not buried away somewhere. So the clock, obviously we all use the clock, but I mostly use the clock there. But if I need to set an alarm, I have the clock right there. FaceTime, I used to frequently use FaceTime, but not as much anymore. Maybe I'll do some sort of FaceTime thing in the future where some of you guys could FaceTime me, but whatever. I have FaceTime. Utilities, I have contacts, the calculator. I use the quick launch to use the calculator, so I don't really go into utilities too often. Photos, I go in that every day. EchoFon is a Twitter client, and I absolutely love Twitter. I love social media in general. Like anything social media, I am all over it. Mostly anything. But I like EchoFon a lot because it streams in real time. The real-time streaming doesn't work that great on the phone, but on the iPad, it works excellently. So I'm getting blown up on Instagram right now. But anyway, photography. Now, this is one of my favorite panels right here. We have lens flare. I'll show you a picture I did with lens flare. Lens flare is an excellent app. I love lens flare. Let me show you what you can do with that. Well, basically, you can put a lens flare on certain photos, and it really has a natural look. I'm not sure how well this is going to come up, but here's a picture I took of the 2015 Porsche Boxer S, which I'll do a video on soon. But all this right here, that's lens flare. That's lens flare. None of that was natural, but this app made it look extremely natural. Come on, go away. Yeah, there we go. So all that was the lens flare app. Photor. I don't use Photor as frequently as I used to, but I really like the features it offers. it's just not something that I use every day, so I keep it on here. Font Candy, I don't use Font Candy that frequently, but I do use it. I like it. So next we have Cropic. Like it sounds like you can crop pictures with it. Snapseed, a photo editing app. I love Snapseed. It doesn't have every feature you absolutely need, but the features it has work extremely well. ViscoCam, I'm trying to get a little more into this, but I love ViscoCam, and a lot of you I don't need to tell about it. Linka is a black and white picture app that you can take black and white pictures with. Pixlr is by Autodesk, and I love Pixlr because this allows you to do the Photoshop type of things on your iPhone, like blurring out certain things or whitening them out, copy and pasting. You can do all types of photo editing with Pixlr that you can do similar to Photoshop with. Square Ready, again, this lets you take any picture, whether you took it this way or however you took it with Square Ready, it makes a picture fit into a square. So the App Store is self-explanatory. Instagram, Safari, Aviary allows you to edit pics. The stock camera app, Snapchat. Once again, I love social media. What can I say? Over lets you put clip art and text over top of pictures. Pixar lets you do the same thing and has some other photo editing ability. Be Funky has a lot of different filters and has photo editing. Pro Camera is my favorite photo app right now in terms of taking pictures. The HDR is amazing. The controls you get are just simply simple and easy to use, and I get great photos with it. I love Pro Camera. Pro Shot, I would probably say at the moment is my second favorite, but I don't use that as much as Pro Camera. Pro Cam I'm still getting used to, and I'm actually using Pro Cam right now to record this video. So you take a look at the size. I have the iPhone 6 Plus, and I don't really have big hands. So what I do is if I need to use this app in one hand, I have my favorite apps over to the side so I can click them with one finger, and the same thing with the left side. So emojis and keyboard apps are in this panel here. Those are self-explanatory. I don't need to go over those. Dayflow is kind of like a day planner. Fire Chat allows you to chat over, I believe, chat over Bluetooth or something like that. But anyway, Fire Chat, you don't need a cell phone signal. You don't need Wi-Fi to chat over Fire Chat within like a 15 mile radius. Don't quote me, but it's something similar to that. So next up is Repost Wiz. Repost Wiz is a client for Instagram if you want to repost a video or a photo. Networking, my networking panel. I have Speed Smart. That's so you can test the Wi-Fi network you're on to test the speed. Thing, I don't remember what that is, and I'll probably delete that. Subnet Plus, if you're into IT and networking, Subnet Plus lets you create subnets on the fly. It does all the math for you. Udemy is an education company, and they offer courses in anything you can think of, whether it's how to cut your dog's tail off to becoming the CEO of a company. Udemy has that. They offer courses in that. A lot of them don't offer official certifications, so you got to be careful there. But if there's anything you want to learn, Udemy, I definitely recommend them. I also recommend Udacity. They offer the same thing. I believe they have a few more certified courses than Udemy, but they're both along the same lines of going to college, having like a college in your pocket with the app on your cell phone. WisFist is where I bank. That might be too much info. The great photo app. Once again, I'm into amateur photography, so I like this app because they teach you different little things about photography that you need to know. YouTube, obviously I'm a content creator, so I gotta have YouTube. Thinkorswim, that is my brokerage account for my stocks, bonds, and futures and all that. Beautiful People, from beautifulpeople.com. If you're considered beautiful enough, you can have a profile on there, so that's where I go to when the beautiful ladies send me messages or someone's been checking out my account and I want to see who that is. Scanbot, you can scan papers and store it. Tag for likes. It shows you the popular tags for the day to get more likes on your Instagram posts. Initially, when I was and as I still am trying to grow my Instagram channel, that's initially why I downloaded Tag for Likes. But what I'm doing with Tag for Likes now is finding people who have the same interests as me, interests that are similar, and I try to have conversations about certain things and look up those posts, and that's what I use Tag for Likes for. I'm not using it to get more likes on Instagram anymore. Monster Dash, I think this might be one of the only 3 games I have on here, but it's my favorite at the moment. So there's Monster Dash. Cloud storage is huge for me because I try not to store photos or much music on my phone, so I either Dropbox them or I add them to OneDrive. I once owned a Microsoft Surface and they gave me a 30 gigabyte OneDrive account, so I haven't used it recently, but I'll probably use this tonight to upload photos from events that I've DJ'd. Image Slicer, this lets you slice up images on like a grid scale. It's a nice app right there. Listia is kind of similar to eBay, where you can post things, but instead of you exchanging things for money, you get credits. Haven't used it too much just yet, but that's what that's for. Photo Splash, just like the app shows, you can take a picture and gray everything else out except for what you want to have colored. Coach Me, I'm considering becoming a coach on Coach Me once I figure out how, but Coach Me, you can go to Coach Me to learn how to do things like swimming or playing basketball or how to become a better cook. You can hire a coach and they'll help you on Coach Me. Snap is from Groupon, and Snap offers you rebates on things you purchase from the store. Google Maps, because sooner or later I'm going to discontinue using iOS Maps. Although I had a bad experience with Google Maps today, but we won't get into that. But I just realized when I do my iPad video, it's going to be really long because I have a ton of apps on my iPad. So back to what we're talking about at the moment. Touch blur, you can blur certain things out of a photo, maybe a ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, ex-wife, or ex-whatever, or something you just don't want people to see. Touch blur, you can blur them out of the photo. Babbel is for learning different languages. I always put these language apps on my iPhones and iPads, and they don't ever get used much, although I did have one that taught you Chinese Mandarin. I use that frequently, but I still don't recall any of that. I just need to meet somebody who speaks that language and have frequent conversations with them. Sentiment, because once again, I am involved in the market, so I like to know if something's bullish or bearish. Bullish means that a lot of people are interested in buying it and are buying it. Bearish means that people don't want to buy something and it could go down, so you could bet against it, or you could sell it in case something you had was bullish and all of a sudden turns bearish. You want to get rid of it. That's what this is for, and it has a lot of different apps and how people feel about them, whether they're bullish or bearish. Saving Star is where you can put in all your what are those things called? Like you have a membership at your local supermarket, you can put your card in there and Saving Star. You can use that to get discounts on your groceries. Quip, you can collaborate with like Microsoft spreadsheets and Word with other people with Quip. I love Quip, but I haven't found many people to collaborate with just yet. List Weaver, this is the free version, but List Weaver lets you make a list and you can just tap it, and if you're going shopping, lets you know once you completed a list. Coursera, again, it's like Udemy and Udacity. There's courses there you can learn different things with. Photo blend, you can blend 2 photos together. Grid, I don't know why I keep this on here, but you can lay a grid over top of your photos. That could be useful for some of you in photography and graphics. Spectrum lets you put music underneath. It has like graphics, and you can you add music to it. So if I go in here to my music, I go to one of my songs and it analyzes the waveform, and check this out. So maybe one day they'll come out with more waveforms, and that'll be more fun. But that's Spectrum. Space Cube is a pretty fun game, but I don't play that often. Freedom Pop, they offer discounted or free internet, cell phone, and text service. And my Freedom Pop number is linked to this phone, so that's why I use that app. Shopkick gives you points for walking into stores. Ibotta gives you rebates, and actually I got about $21.75 back from Ibotta the other day. So I really suggest you check Ibotta out because they offer a lot of good deals. So let's just say groceries. All of us have to eat, right? So you go to grocery, and it has all the local grocery stores in your area based on your zip code. You put that in there, and it lets you know. You have to unlock the specific item first, and then you take a picture of the barcode on the item and your receipt, and you get money back. So somewhere on here is my... Yeah, so there is my code there if you want to join my team. BKCJUSR. I'll put that below. I love Ibotta. My sister turned me on to that. iNote, you can write over top of your pictures, and there's a lot of different things you can do with iNote. That's not the only thing, but I haven't used this yet, but I do plan on using it because I do plan on writing over the top of pictures. Looks like you can take memos, and you have scrap files, internet screen capture, all that good stuff. Yeah, I really plan to make this video as short as possible, but it looks like it's not going to work out that way. So I don't know what to do for this iPad. What's on my iPad? Because that's going to be long. I think I have over 100 apps on there. But anyway, this is similar to Instagram, but there's a lot more professional photographers on IM. The photos they have on here are excellent. I really enjoy IM for the pictures they post on here. I mean, I don't know, it's turning kind of Instagramish now, but before, and typically you can find really great photos on IM. They have their own filters, which I really like about IM also, and I really like that you can use those filters on photos outside of the app, but IM is really nice, and they give you hundreds of filters. Decibel Tenth, this is a decibel meter. Being in the music industry, DJing and doing this and that and engineering, this really comes in handy for me. And I also like the feature it has where you can look through the camera as you're walking around the room, and you can see where you're going while you're checking out the peak levels and decibel levels, and you can take a picture, which is also nice. And last but not least is iNavigator. I don't know why I downloaded this app. It was just free. And I don't know, if you're like me, you might follow iPhone hacks, or, whenever you see a free app, you download it. And for me, what I do a lot of times is I'll download an app and then delete it, just in case in the future I might want that app later and I want to use it at that point. Hopefully I'm not killing the game for y'all or anybody else, but I download tons of apps and then re-download them later, because you never know, there might be something you might want or need. You may not have wanted it at the time, but as long as you download it when it's free, you can always download it later. So that was why I downloaded iNavigator, and come to find out, iNavigator has a decibel meter also, and it's really responsive. So they have the decibel meter. You tap here up top to go back to the home screen. I don't have my location services on, but anyway, it has a compass. It calibrates all types of things like G-force, and it has a compass. I don't even know what that is. Some of these things, I don't know what they are. I guess if you're into boating and being out on the water, or you're outside, you like to trek and all that stuff up into the mountains, and you like to hike, this would be the app for you. So that is what I have on my iPhone. I will be back soon with new music. Me and my father, we're going to start doing videos soon. And I'm also going to do a what is on my iPad. If I can figure out how to keep that video under 12 minutes, we'll see. So give me a thumbs up. Let me know if you were interested in any of the apps, how I feel about them. If you have any app suggestions, just make sure to put all that stuff down low. And I will be back soon. Holla at y'all later. Peace.